Kind of relax, put yourself in the frame of mind of listening and focusing. The words of Jane Roberts. We share the world with others, but portions of it carry personal significance. We see them as no one else does. So it was for me that morning. No one else was watching when I watched from my own personal viewpoint. I felt as if I were privileged to view a beginning of the world, or my edge of it. Or I thought suddenly it was like seeing a new corner of your own psyche, transformed into trees, grass, flowers, fog, and sky. A hopeful, magical, ever coming into existence part of the psyche that we'd forgotten, or that I'd forgotten. I felt as if I were viewing that part of myself that I'm always pursuing. The part that is clear-eyed as a child, fleet, at one with its own knowing. The part that exists apart from daily concerns. The part that was my direct connection with the universe. The part that represented that section of the universe from which I emerged in each moment of my life. And in that moment, I named it the God of Jane. When I use the phrase, the God of Jane, I'm referring to, or trying to contact, that portion of the universe that is forming me, that is turning some undefinable divinity into this living temporal flesh. I'm not trying to contact the God of Abraham, for instance, or the biblical Christ, or the inexplicable power behind all reality. My intent is more humble than that, more personal, more specific. I want to contact that tiny portion of all that is, that forms my image, that transforms itself, or part of itself, into my experience.
And that is the part that we want you to go in this meditation with your eyes closed and breathing deeply. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and out deeply, slowly. Imagine yourself sinking down into that place of connection that Jane has described. And as you sink down into that inner place, I want you to see yourself traveling toward, like an inner sacred space, an inner temple. And that is where this connection point lives in you. That is where you can find it. Let yourself drift toward it. And as you drift toward it, it gets closer. This place can be a real place that you imagine, or just a feeling of a space inside that opens up. And waiting for you there is this connection point, the God of you. That piece of the universe that has sprung out from the vastness to form itself into you. And you can approach it. It can take any shape. It can take no shape at all. You can embrace it. Is there anything you'd like to ask it? What does it have to say to you right now? About your life and your spirituality right now? What does it want you to know? Is there anything that it wants to give you, to take away with you from this encounter that you can think back on later, that maybe you could use? Something meaningful to you. Unfortunately, our time today is limited. You can always come back to this place anytime you want. But for now, give thanks, say thank you, and say your goodbyes. For you must leave. There are things to do today at Puff. If you have any final words to say to each other, you can do that. And then once you've said goodbye, find yourself rising back up from that connection point and then back to yourself. To this room, this campground, to your body sitting on the bench, in your chair, with your feet, your hands. Kind of move and stretch a little bit. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, well, everybody's kind of coming back from that. I know that was pretty quick, but...
Thank you very much for coming to the workshop. We hope that we've given you something to think about and something to take away. And thank you very much for coming to Puff and supporting this event. The people who put it on work very hard to make this a vehicle of creating community, and we're really pleased to be here and really pleased to have you here as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.